Hi everyone, welcome to this NAT configuration tutorial. Today we will learn how to set up static and dynamic NAT step by step. Stay tuned for NAT pad overload in coming up in the next video. NAT address translation is a method is used to translate private IP address into a public IP address and vice versa. It helps address exhaustion of IP version 4 address by allowing multiple devices to share a single public IP. Although IP version 6 is a long-term solution to IP scarcity, NAT remains a practical and widely used alternative. Another approach to conserve IP space is classless interdomain routing. NAT efficiently conserves IP address by enabling many hosts to communicate through one public IP. Static NAT maps one private IP to another public IP. If there are three IPs, public IP are available, then only three hosts can communicate. This is a with the diagram I have shown it. This is inside. There is the LAN. There are three PCs are there, and outside this internet to the internet, it is seeing this public IP address with port address also. Internet don't know about this inside IP address of the host. Just like DHCP leaves IP address to PC from its pool temporarily, reclaiming and reassigning them when the lease expires on a device shuts down, or the device when the PC user switch off his PC. Dynamic NAT works similarly. It assigns public IP address from its predefined pools to internal exhaust, but only to a limited number of users at a time, based on the pool size. If the public pool has three addresses, only three internal devices can access the internet concurrently. Here in the inside, there may be 30, 40 users are there, but the public IP there as I have taken an example of three IPs, public IPs. Then only three PCs can communicate. After if one is not there, then the other one can use this IP address. NAT NAT overload PAT port port address translation. Most commonly NAT types, also called NAT overload, maps maps many private IP into a single public IP using port and numbers. This only one IP is sufficient for all the hosts by using port numbers. It it helps communicate with others. Comparison of NAT types. Static NAT, one-to-one mapping. Dynamic NAT, many-to-many mapping using pool. PAT, many-to-one mapping using ports. PAT is most efficient for IP version 4 conservation. Static NAT, internal servers access from public networks. Dynamic NAT, limited outbound internet access. PAT used in most home and office networks. Choice based on scalability and security needs. Welcome in Static NAT and Dynamic NAT tutorial. Uh, Enable, configure, do show IP NAT translation check. translation, nothing is there because no packet has been gone. Let me IP NAT inside source static 192.168.0.1 corresponding IP address. I have written it here 12.1.1.11 2 2 3 3 1 to 1 attached. Control C. Now let's check do show IP NAT translation. Yes, now they are attached. This IP is corresponding to this outside global. This IP is attached to the our inside IP, private IP. Now let me ping. Wait a minute. Configure the interface G0/0/0 IP NAT inside interface S0/1/0 IP NAT outside do right. Ping it. Let's check ping. Ping our web server. Ping 8.8.8.8. Yes. Web server. Let's check. Yes. 8.8.8.8. Yes. Package in there. It will be display on our translation IP. Ping 8.8.8.8. Again, I will ping this one is also here. Ping 8.8.8.8. Yes, now I will check. Exit. Show IP NAT trans. Do is written only just to because I don't want to go back. So you can write do. Yes, I have done ping. This IP is attached to this. This our private IP inside IPs are there attached to the outside global. So this is static dynamic. This is our website. Let me show you in more clear way. Our web server 88 outside global and local. Inside our private IPs are there, and this is our outside which other people our internet is seeing. This IPs attached 1 to 1. configuration. So now let me do, this is the static. This TCP is for web browser and ICMP is for ping. Okay, now I will do it dynamic. So I'll write configuration T no IP NAT inside source static 192.168.0.1 121.1.1. Source static. Why? Oh, 1, 11, not 1, 11. And this 2, 2, 3. I'm removing the static 1-to-1 configuration. Simply this. This has been removed. Control Z. Show IP NAT translation. No, there is nothing, empty. Now we will create access list. Access list. Standard for less than 100. 10, 1 to 100, 199. Permit. Permit. 192.168.0.0 network. Wildcard 0.0.0.255. Access list. Oh, access list and configuration mode. Access list can permit 192.168.0.0. This is our network. We are creating wildcard mask 255. Access list. This second command is, this is for pool. This is for pool IP. This is for host. Now second command is for pool IP NAT pool. You name it my pool 192.168. Oh, my pool is 2.1.1. Starting address is 11 and this 13. Oh, network mask 255.255.255. This is provided by service provider. Okay. IP NAT inside source list 10 pool, my pool, same my pool interface g 0/0/0 IP NAT inside is our inside interface S0/1/0 IP NAT outside show do show IP NAT translation and because packet is not moved, so I will make something move packet thing 8.8.8.8 web browser uh, 8.8.8.8 thing from this one just to move some packet thing 8.8.8.8 thing 8.8.8.8 see now it's clear. This is our inside and this is inside private IP. This is corresponding to this outside IP. But in dynamic, if there is more host we configure, they cannot that cannot communicate more than three. Only three at a time can communicate. This is the limitation of dynamic. If I create a one more PC, then it will not ping or something else. And this is for TCP is for web browser. We have used in one PC, one PC, 8 feet. Website. This is our website. 888. Thanks for watching. Thank you for watching our tutorial on static and dynamic NAT. We hope it helped clarify the key concepts for you. Stay tuned for next video on NAT overload PAT. And don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more networking lessons.